going on, YouTube family? This is Sanitary 103, promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. So in this video, I wanted to talk about carb cycling. So what exactly is carb cycling? I want to break it down to you as simple as possible. With carb cycling, you're advised on certain days when you're dieting to eat a very low amount of carbohydrates, followed by days of eating moderate and higher amounts of carbohydrate intake. Now, the theory behind carb cycling and its effectiveness is that when you eat a low amount of carbohydrates followed by a higher amount of carbohydrates, and you constantly shift the macros back and forth like this while you're carb cycling, the theory is that your body is never going to get accustomed to the macros that you're receiving. It keeps your body guessing, kind of similar to caloric cycling, which I might get into in another video. But like I said, your body is constantly being tricked into receiving certain macros on certain days and not on others. And by doing that, in theory, you will break through a weight loss plateau. Now with carb cycling, it definitely can work if done properly, but it's no guarantee. Now, like I said, carb cycling will not guarantee that you're gonna break through your weight loss plateau, but it definitely can steer you in the right direction. And one of the reasons is that there are two main components of food that either have virtually zero carbohydrates or a very low amount of carbohydrates. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys will know what that is. One is lean meats. That's the chicken, the fish, the turkey, the eggs, cottage cheese, all that. And the second component are fibrous carbohydrates, the green veggies, the broccoli, the kale, spinach, asparagus, etc., etc. So with low carbohydrate intake days, you're pretty limited to the foods that I just mentioned, all the lean proteins and the green vegetables. But the thing is that you can only eat so much of that, and that is one of the main reasons why the carb cycling can definitely work, because lean protein keeps you feeling fuller for longer without the crazy amount of calories, assuming you don't add extra like sauces and butters. And vegetables have a lot of fiber, harder to break down, and you can only eat so many vegetables. So if you're eating, nothing but lean protein and green vegetables on your low carbohydrate days when you're cycling, ultimately what's going to happen is that your insulin levels are going to be very level. They're not going to go through the roof. And also, most importantly, overall, you're going to be eating less calories. You might be eating 3 or 4 chicken breasts and eating 4 or 5 cups of broccoli, but if that overall caloric intake only hits about 1,200, and prior to carb cycling you were struggling with eating 1,600 calories, that's where you create the deficit, and that's why carb cycling can be effective. Okay, so here's what I would do if I was carb cycling. Now, before I tell you this very critical piece of advice, I want to let you know that I have actually technically never really done carb cycling, not the way you see it on the internet and the program that they do for carb cycling. But I am no stranger to low carb diets. I know what works. I've been in single digit body fat before, so I'm just gonna give you my piece of advice. Now, what I recommend is on the non-workout days where you don't need to utilize as much energy because you're simply, walking to class, going to work and whatnot, you taper down your carbohydrates. Stick to more of the stuff that I've been mentioning a couple minutes ago, such as the lean protein and the green vegetables. That's gonna keep your insulin levels really moderate to low, and overall, you're gonna be able to eat a good amount of food. You're probably gonna have to eat very frequently, but overall, your caloric intake is gonna be probably lower, and you will lose weight. Also, when you go pretty extremely low on carbohydrates, you're gonna lose a little bit of water weight, but you also will lose some body fat. But a lot of that water weight might come off like that, so don't be surprised if you drop 3 or 4 pounds, but that pace will probably subside as you get leaner. Now, on workout days, this is when you actually want a little bit more carbs, because carbs are your primary source of energy. And if you go extremely low carb on your workout days, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Trust me, I've done it. It's no fun. You don't want to do it. You want to burn a lot of calories at the gym while you're dieting to get that extra benefit of increasing your chances of losing weight. So on the workout days, there are 3 main times that you need to ingest your carbohydrates. One is first thing in the morning. That's when you're glycogen levels are depleted. You've basically been fasting for 6 to 8 hours, or however amount of hours you've been sleeping. So that's the first critical time that you need to ingest your carbohydrates on your workout days. The second is pre-workout, something small to give you that boost of energy 30 minutes to an hour before. And the third is post-workout. That's when your glycogen levels are depleted again, assuming you get a really tough workout in. Your metabolism is high, your heart rate's elevated, and you're burning more calories during that time frame, so you can actually get some carbs in because you don't want to lose too much muscle. So once again, just to reiterate, not to confuse you, on your non-workout days, keep the carbs really low to the green vegetables and the lean protein. On your workout days, the 3 essential times to get your carbs in: earlier in the morning, a little bit pre-workout, and post-workout. Other than that, taper down on the carbs. All right, thanks again for watching another video. Hopefully that wasn't an influx of information. I try to break it down to you as simple as possible. Let me know how it goes. Oh, and one last thing before I forget. When you go on this low carbohydrate diet, even if you are carb cycling or not, or you choose to go lower carbohydrate, there's going to be an adjustment period to where your body is going to feel a little bit fatigued. It's your body's way of just getting shocked from not getting as many carbohydrates. That is normal, but just, you know, you got to go by how you feel, and maybe just if you feel like crap on certain days really bad, you might want to up the carbs a little bit, even on your non-workout days, and then assess from there, because you don't want to be dragging, you know, to work on your non-workout days with low carb. Thank you once again for watching another video, and comments and questions always welcome. I am a little bit out of breath right now, but it's a lot of talking. Thanks once again for watching this video. See you guys next time. Bye.